This is Vidura, very advanced devotee. Last time we discussed, it was actually shows great level of spiritual advancement in what Vidura did. Duryodhana insulted him in front of everybody, and Vidura could have reacted. He controlled his anger, left the palace, just visiting holy places and enjoying the pastimes of the Lord. It's not easy. Correct? Easy to say, not easy to practice. He didn't want to get involved in all these things for various reasons. And then when he is traveling in the holy places, he is meeting devotees. And he was asking these questions previous to this. He's asking wonderful questions. Where is Bhima? Where is Arjuna? He's talking to Uddhava at this moment. And he's asking about different devotees. And the first main meditation in the shloka has been the fearlessness. He was experiencing fearlessness. And Prabhupada says that's the symptom of sattva samshuddhi. Which shloka has this word? Sattva samshuddhi? Where? Abhayam sattva samshuddhi. The different qualities to receive knowledge. One of the qualities we should be fearless. And fearless abhayam will come. Prabhupada link both the two because of sattva samshuddhi. When the heart is purified, then only you can experience fearlessness. And once we are fearful, then it's a different condition. Just like Vidura, when he was insulted by Duryodhana, he was not fearful of his existence, of his position, of his maintenance. No, Kṛṣṇa is the maintainer. So unless we are fearless, unless we have faith, the Lord is maintaining me, Lord is protecting me, it is very difficult to having good qualities. To have introspection, to be peaceful. If I say something to you, you're an idiot, and you don't get disturbed because I'm not affected by this. Correct? It may be true or false, that's a separate issue. But my existence is not affected by this because Kṛṣṇa is my maintainer, not this fellow. The devotee should have that faith. Once that faith is there, wonderful qualities manifest. We see so many instances of this. In the instance of Narada, when he was a small boy and he was traveling, and he passes through so many, yesterday night we had discussion on that. He passes through so many towns and cities, he sees so many economic development. He is interested in spiritual development, he just ignores all that. And he comes to a forest and he sees the lake there. He drinks water and is satisfied. So Prabhupada says, and actually that is a quality a devotee should have, to be dependent on the Lord. Not that he was standing at the door of some householder begging, please maintain me. The devotee should be totally dependent on the Lord. Please, satisfied. Very important, this instruction. So fearlessness we should all cultivate. It's very, very important, because if somebody is fearful, he cannot show any qualities. You lose all qualities. A drowning man will drown everybody along with him. That makes sense? Fearlessness is extremely important. In fact, that's a sign of spiritual advancement. Person is very peaceful, satisfied, and completely feels the protection of the Lord. And then he will become fearless. And because of the fearlessness, he will also develop wonderful qualities. I wanted to meditate on something like last time we meditated on the Bhagavatam. Last time we were meditating on devotees in different situations of stress behave exemplarily. We discussed 8 times they did it properly, 2 times they do not do properly. Today I wanted to meditate on meeting and separation. Let us meditate on the separation. Who feels sad in meeting and separation? First canto Bhagavatam. Analysis. Which is the first instance which came was yesterday what I was reading, Narada. When he sees the Lord, all the senses become totally satisfied. And Prabhupada says there, isko off hi kar do, having cold, that weather change. So what he says is that what we are waiting to see, life after life after life after life after life, Narada saw that. And he became totally satisfied. Isn't it true? He became totally satisfied. When he saw the Lord, Narada became totally satisfied. And then what happened? The Lord disappeared. Now when the Lord disappeared, he started crying. So another instance of separation. Separation is unbearable. Once we have seen the Lord, once we have... So Prabhupada speaks so many nice things in that purport we were discussing yesterday. That in the life we are also looking for beautiful forms. That's why we avoid reading newspapers, because any media you take, because they're all conducted by demons who are only attracted by material forms, material music, material smell. What happens? That's the anticipation created. If you see this form, where in college time, we remember we used to go sit outside cinema hall for 2 hours sometime in Kanpur. All the way sit there. And we are thinking we will see that beautiful form and I will be satisfied. We'll never be satisfied. And we have been cheated in this for millions of births. And because we are eternally related to Kṛṣṇa, we are eternally related to that beautiful form of Kṛṣṇa, we are waiting to see that form. What do you say? We have eternal relation to the beautiful form of Kṛṣṇa, correct? When we say eternal relation to Kṛṣṇa, it doesn't mean something in the air. It includes Kṛṣṇa with all the paraphernalia, name, form, personality, pastime. We have been, and we have been separated from that now. So life after life after life, we are waiting to see. Narada saw that. And when he saw that, all the senses, because all our senses actually are not your senses. Your eyes belong to Kṛṣṇa. It's not yours. So whole body belongs to Kṛṣṇa. Therefore Kṛṣṇa is called Rishika, Isha. So all the senses which actually belong to the Lord became separately endeavored to serve the Lord. That's the word Prabhupada uses. And he became in total confusion. Sometimes it happens. Too much excitement. You get lost. He's lost. He got totally lost. And then suddenly the Lord disappeared. When the Lord disappeared, he felt acute pain. Imagine. What to give material example, because spiritual we don't know. In fact, when Narada is feeling ecstasy, Prabhupada says that it is very difficult to describe what Narada was experiencing. Because on a material plane, we don't even know what he's talking. But we can get a glimpse, we can just peep into what is spiritual happiness when you see the Lord by the words of Narada. He feels immense happiness. Okay? So we should also, therefore, whole our life, prepare. Prabhupada says, a life you are conducting to see the Lord. That's the goal of life. Somehow, I want to see the Lord. That's the mission of my life. face to face. Okay? Kṛṣṇa is not partial to Narada. So he will show you also, but all depends on our sincerity. Now to take immediate implementation from this, and by mistake I missed out this in the yesterday night, as that implementation is that we have also access to the Lord, but in the name now. Now the name. Kaliyuga is Nama. Lord is present, Nama Avatara as a name. So we should, while chanting, increase the attentiveness. I don't know, one little experience. Whenever I've chanted with attentiveness, it's another world of experience that I can share with you. Increase the concentration when you are uttering the holy names. Just like Narada, it says that his mother served the sages and he was just along. And the sages, anybody sees a small child, they are merciful. But this boy also had some qualities. He was not talkative, he was not playful. He was rather enchanted by seeing the pleasure they were experiencing in talking about Kṛṣṇa. And he did some personal service to them and they blessed him. And he also took the Mahaprasada and he was in ecstasy. And that boy, what happened to him? And then his mother died. And he didn't take it in a negative way. And he took it in a positive way. Now I'm totally dependent on Kṛṣṇa. Just walked, taking it as Kṛṣṇa's favor. Just imagine, only one person to protect him is his mother, that's all, and the mother has died. Nobody to feed a small 5-year-old boy, and today it will be on everywhere. 5-year-old boy, nobody to feed him, do something. But this boy is not dependent on anybody, just walk depending on the Lord. And then going through different places, finally lands up in the bank of a river, drank water, and started thinking about the Lord, meditating on Him. And it already reached bhava stage. And tears of love for Kṛṣṇa was started pouring from his heart. And then what happened? The Lord appeared in his heart. Dhruva Maharaj, then heart, then outside. Prahlad Maharaj, only heart, not outside, correct? He appeared in the heart and he had darshan of the beautiful form of the Lord. And then what happened? The Lord disappeared. And when he had darshan of the Lord, he was in ecstasy. Kya? Oh my God. And we have similar experiences, ecstasy, seeing the Lord. Give the list. Number one in Narada now seeing. Give me another example. Somebody saw the Lord, was in intense happiness. Shisha. Saw the Lord, was in intense happiness. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always. So one. Dhruva. He saw the Lord, he had big list. I want this, I want this, I want this. Somebody is joking. People come to take temple, they don't even see the Lord. Because they close their eyes, they see they're more meditating in the 24, 25 item list, they don't forget everything. That also you give me, that also you give me, just like exam time. That also you give me, that also you give me, that also you give me. Oh my Lord, thank you very much. And they don't look at him also and they get up. That's why most of the people, they take darshan and they close their eyes. I don't know why they close their eyes, never understood. Darshan is meant to see the Lord. Interestingly, they close their eyes. see him. Because if you see this form, you lose attraction for the cheating forms of this world. And then, anyway, Narada, it goes on. If I describe that, it's a little big pastime. I wanted some analysis. So, we saw the Dhruva Maharaj, Narada, then one more. Bali Maharaj. I'm so happy to see the beautiful form of the Lord. Yes? Now, some people say, have you seen God? Or has anybody seen God? The whole books are there. Tell them 60 volumes of the people who have seen God, their testimony is there. And there, Prahlad Maharaj, when he saw the beautiful Narasimhadev form, correct? Tadavirya Mahat, Gayana Mahamrita Magna Chitta. 4 Kumaras, when they saw the Narayana form, they were totally in ecstasy. So similarly now, when he lost that form, he was in acute pain. So separation from the Lord, I took 1, I'll take 4. And the second one, separation from the Lord, is Yudhishthira Maharaj. Yudhishthira Maharaj got some omens, some inauspicious symptoms, and he started asking Arjuna. When Arjuna came, seeing his face was dead. Arjuna came from visiting Dwarka. Arjuna is a great personality, shining, correct? He was also very fair, bright. But his face was now black and he was dead. When he came back from Dwaraka, and Yudhishthira Maharaj asking him, is he okay, is he okay? So what happened? Yudhishthira Maharaj anticipating separation. And then what happened to Arjuna? Bhagavatam lists various characters of Arjuna. Tears were gliding down his eyes. His voice was choked up. And he was remembering Krishna's mercy. He was feeling totally powerless because Krishna has disappeared now, no power. And he actually witnessed that. He could not defend the queens of Krishna when some coward boys came. I think that pastime is part in Mahabharata. It continues, these queens jump into that's why the Gopi Chandan, they say, connected to this pastime only. Huh? These gopis disappeared. Actually, all the queens disappeared. That's how the Gopi Chandan is formed in Dwarka. While all these the queens, they jumped inside that and they disappeared after that. So that became Tika. Anyway, but part is in Bhagavatam, whatever reasons, doesn't go to the other part. So the part is that anyway, Prabhupada says in the purport there, it's a Brahma. Nobody can capture Krishna's queens. Nobody can capture Krishna's queens. It's a Brahma. But whatever it is, Arjuna saw he could not fight with those coward men. Such in the whole Mahabharata war, nobody could touch him. And here some ordinary street people beat him and they defeated him. So and then Arjuna was finding himself, tears in the eyes, voice is choking up, and face is dried up totally, and is finding himself totally powerless, and the world is void without him, and is remembering Krishna's Bhagavad Gita to somehow keep himself alive. So he found second instance of separation. You see that the Bhagavatam is talking about so much, how is he well, because meeting among great personalities and separation has some meaning. Okay, now this is third. First was second Yudhishthira, third Arjuna, fourth Bhumi. In fact, in the Bhagavatam, the 16th chapter of the first canto, it discussed how the earth, the Dharmaraj asked him, why you are so sad? So many reasons. And finally he says, you must be sad because Krishna has left the planet. Correct? And she says, yes. She says, when he was there, all the inauspicious symptoms are absent from her. But now my Lord is gone and he's so wonderful. Even Satyabhama is totally enchanted by his smiles. All the queens are enchanted by him. And he used to walk on me. The earth is feeling. So separation is earth. Another example, the fourth example. She feels intense separation. Now he has gone. Because when he was walking on me out of ecstasy, the grasses are coming out actually, just like hairs come on her body out of ecstasy. So she is also meditating on that intense ecstasy in separation from the Lord. So that is 4 people in separation. Now let us talk about anticipating separation, or meeting. Now second one is meeting. Who are the people who find the Bhagavatam meeting? Can you take an example? When Krishna enters Dwaraka, the residents, they were even fasting, because they were not even eating when Krishna had gone away. They feel so much happiness. They even start celebration. The singers and all start dancing. The celebration starts off in meeting of the Lord. And then the mothers of Krishna, they feel as if the milk is coming and the breast when Krishna is coming inside the palace. And finally the queens, they first send their children to embrace Krishna. They mentally embrace him and they feel out of shyness. They send the children and the children embrace Krishna. They feel so much happiness. That's meeting. And then finally anticipating separation. Third part. Because we spent practically whole chapter. Yeah. How is he? Because actually it's important to know about these people and meet such people. And we don't want to be separated from such people. Sometimes we ask, how is he? What is the meaning? You ask for somebody, how is that person means? want to meet him. You want him long life. You don't want to separate it from him. Correct? You see that these all people, such wonderful personalities, they're all great devotees of the Lord. There is a point in knowing about. He says, I am not interested to know about Dhritarashtra because there is nothing auspicious which can happen. So people in this world are like Dhritarashtra today. What's the point wasting time? How is he? How is he? Like your newspaper, how is he? Why are you wasting your time? What is nothing auspicious possible? If somebody is not a devotee of the Lord, harav abhakta se kuto mahad guna manorathena sati dhavato bahihi. There is no good quality. So what is the point of meeting or separation? Become indifferent. Now anticipating separation is the Kunti. She offers such beautiful prayers. He said, let calamities come again and again so that I don't leave you. I don't lose you. And she totally says, I am dependent. I am totally dependent. What is the shloka of calamity come again and again? Mataji also know? Bhavato darshanam yasyat apuno bhava darshanam. Correct? My Lord, if I see you, I do not have to see rebirth again. So let there be calamities, because if calamities bring you, I feel so happy. So she's feeling, are going away? Let there be calamities, so you stay with us. That's a devotee. Devotee cannot imagine separation from the Lord. Then another example let us take. Pandavas, when Kṛṣṇa actually went away, what happened? Boom! They almost died. Actually, Kṛṣṇa left Hastinapur and went to Dwaraka. They were just with the unblinking eyes, they were looking at Kṛṣṇa and they were feeling all vacant. They were also great devotees. And the highest example. I just took what comes in the first canto. Gopis will come in the 10th canto. True. And anticipating separation. In fact, this is the most intense item in the Bhagavatam. Most intense. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always was in this mood of the gopis. The two times when, particularly the time Kṛṣṇa was leaving Vrindavan for Mathura, and Kṛṣṇa, they just surrounded the whole thing. In fact, we read the chapter of Kṛṣṇa book. You cannot read the chapter. It's very intense. They are all surrounding that chariot and they whole night not slept. And the old painting is there. The devotee is painted. One of the gopis is lying on the ground. She is unconscious. Others are holding the reins. Correct? They're taken. Actually, generally the women in Vedic culture will not come in the front, but they come in the front, broken all their customs, and they are holding the chariot. Nobody is going to go. Kṛṣṇa is not going to go here. And Kṛṣṇa is assuring them. There is a nice painting, anticipating separation. But that's the highest. In fact, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always was in this mode. That's the heart of it. The highest ecstasy. So anticipating separation, we had some examples. How the Pandavas also. Rukmini also. Yeah, when Kṛṣṇa told, I think you better select another husband. So Rukmini felt maybe I'll be separated from the Lord, and she fainted. So basically the point is the meeting and separation are the different. Why it comes? Because the Lord's form, Lord's name, Lord's pastime, Lord's activities, and Lord's devotees will give you total satisfaction. We want association. Have association of devotees.